What's going on, YouTube? It's Bushy's mama. I was unable to get to the computer yesterday because Bushy was a reaction video maniac. He pretty much monopolized the computer, which is okay because it is his computer. So I'm getting back to the Dimash show, and now if I understand this correctly, there were 4 parts to this, so I will have to go back and look for the other parts. Okie dokie, let's continue.
We decorated the table and other things in the room. Most importantly, we hung an iron brand new embroidered shirt. We really wanted Dimash to sing a Ukrainian song while wearing the embroidered shirt.
This is really special. You know, I heard about this, but to watch her actually talk about it and see them do it, very special.
We were sure that he would sing a song in Ukrainian, but we weren't so sure about him wearing the shirt. But then, as soon as the concert began, Dimash came out with his arms outstretched, wearing the embroidered shirt, and the audience was surprised. There was a chant, "In an embroidered shirt, in an embroidered shirt, in an embroidered shirt," that went throughout the hall. It was a very emotional moment, and everyone was grateful for his gesture.
Yes. Dimash knows what his dears want, and he wants to do what his dears want.
Stage director Anna Oboyanskaya was very nervous before the concert this time. She has been working with Dimash's team since 2017. They did the Bastau concert together in Kazakhstan, and they also did concert in London and Kremlin. Realizing the level and scope of work, she was very afraid as she wondered how would her favorite artist, whom she put so much effort to organize successful concerts for, be accepted in her homeland.
Я много кому рассказывала о нем, даже своим коллегам в Украине.
I told a lot of people about Dimash, even my colleagues from Ukraine.
Yeah, that would be a lot of stress. A lot of stress.
Told them the fantastic things that happened, and my colleagues believed me from the very first time that I told them. Dimash is a truly world-class artist, an incredible resonance on a global scale, and this is an indisputable fact. At the same time, based on our understanding and experience of show business, especially if we speak in the context of Ukraine, no one is as popular as Dimash, even those artists that are famous in the international pop scene.
Любые другие артисты мировой поп-сцены. И я рассказывала тебе еще своим коллегам, как тот же Бастау, как слетались самолетами.
I told my colleagues about this and about the Bastau concert as well, how the fans flew in by plane and all that. There was a 23-year-old boy who assembled the arena so easily, just like with a snap of his fingers. Experienced cultural figures hardly believe this because they've dealt with many famous artists for years. They all resort to all kinds of different showbiz tricks. In other words, by hook or by crook, they will do whatever it is to achieve their goal.
И в итоге, когда концерт в Киеве объявлен...
But in Dimash's case, everything happened just as it is, naturally and quickly as possible, without any challenges. When the concert in Kiev was announced, I had to assemble a team there, so I asked some people to cooperate on the project. I invited them to see what I was talking about. They came, looked, heard what is happening, and they were all amazed. They said that it's something incredible. It's like, it's magic.
They quickly became dears.
It's really something amazing.
Это правда, и это удивляет, это восхищает, это очень круто.
There he is on the motorcycle that he knows his mom wouldn't let him take on the road.
Anna Oboyanskaya came up with the idea of bringing the motorcycle on stage in Kiev. Her idea was immediately approved by Dimash. The stage director also came up with many of his other stage stunts. For example, Anna was the one who thought of the presentation using all 4 elements in Dimash's performance in Tashkent. It was during the opening of the Year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan.
Использовались проекционные технологии. Очень красивое было оформление сцены, сценография.
We used the projection technology to create the beautiful stage design and beautiful graphics. There was a 3D effect where the artist plunged into a space atmosphere in real mode. The idea of 4 elements were brought to life, and the 5th element, Dimash, his voice and his talent was added into this. They showed different elements over the course of the song to show how Dimash controls his voice. From his high notes, there were waves of hands, the growing flame, and there were also splashes of
That's amazing. She's very smart.
waves, and all these elements came together in cosmic energy against the backdrop of his voice. The 5th key energy or element that moves the world is the artist, Dimash.
Now, which concert was this? Because I don't remember seeing these effects.
And his unique talent.
На фоне его голоса. То есть, по сути, 5-я ключевая энергия, стихия, которая движет миром, это и есть человек и его уникальный талант.
There was even a period when Dimash's time was divided by Anna Oboyanskaya and Dinara Adam. While he was preparing for his Now Kinetic Voice concert in Nur Sultan,
Wait, what does T-shirt say? The Rules? Is that a band or something? I can't read the rest of it. The Rules.
he was preparing for his Now Kinetic Voice concert in Nur Sultan. He was also a jury member at the Bucket T Bala Children's Festival in October. Before the global pandemic, the festival was held twice in 2018 and 2019. For the first time, Dimash attended almost every round of the event, but after 1 year, his presence somewhat declined.
Он, скажем так, незримо присутствовал. Все знали, что он, но его никто не видел. И в последний день гала-концерта.
He was invisibly present, so to speak, because he did attend the event, but no one saw him. On the last day of the competition, the gala concert, he came to do sound check. Everyone knows that he was there, and he knows everything. He heard everything, and he rewarded the winner with special prize. Usually when the children sees him, they got shocked and excited at the same time. These children were given the opportunity to sing without feeling worried or anxious or excited or shy in front of him during the auditions.
Конкурсные дни, когда у них были конкурсные слушания, спокойно спеть без лишней тревоги или волнения, или стеснения.
But in the first year of the competition, there were children who saw him and began to cry, and they forget that they had to sing. They were so overwhelmed with emotions that they burst into tears on stage. We had to tell them that Dimash will leave, so don't cry. So in the second year, we decided to do some changes, and it worked out well.
Вот, поэтому на второй год мы немножко вот так сделали такую, другой немножечко ход, и он оказался выигрышным.
At the same time, they both have to explain to people why they can't see Dimash. Anna had to explain to children in October, while Dinara with adult ears in Nur Sultan.
Когда у нас были репетиции, приезжали фанатки, девочки из Китая, было холодно.
I remember when we had our rehearsals and fans from China, a group of girls came to the rehearsal location. It was cold on that day. I called my sister and asked her to tell the fans that they are not allowed to go in to meet Dimash during his rehearsal. When I came to the rehearsal again the next day early in the morning, the girls were still there. They were just standing at the main entrance because we didn't let them in. Okay, I understand. These girls from China are young. But I was shocked to see women of my age, from Riga, St. Petersburg, Moscow, all of them.
Go ahead and be shocked, honey. Go ahead and be shocked. It's not all about, young fandom with him. It's about appreciating his talent and his charisma. It's not like a teeny bopper fangirl thing. It's truly appreciating him for his remarkability. Is that a word, remarkability?
Them stood at the same place. I approached them and asked, "What are you doing here? You're not allowed to go in." They answered me back with, "We are here to be near to Dimash."
Не запустим. Вот, они, ну вот, мы хотя бы вот здесь рядышком.
It is quite amusing to see Dimash's fans being sincerely and absolutely devoted to him. But these fans are people who've overcome life challenges and they can give very practical advice. All of the fans, the dears, believe that one day Dimash will win the Grammy. The question of when for them is purely technical.
There are two main challenges that Dimash faces in winning the Grammy.
San Diego. Kimberly, are you watching these reaction videos? Come on now, dears.
Award, and that is genre and the English language. Nearly all Grammy Award categories are genre-based and require an album to be submitted for consideration. It's just really difficult to put Dimash into one specific category because of his unique blended style. But he would need to record an album in one genre in order to be considered for the Grammy. And actually, the classical category is the one genre that doesn't necessarily require English. Now, if Dimash is hoping to win in one of the general categories, such as Album of the Year or Record of the Year, he definitely would need to focus on his English pronunciation. He's come so far in 3 years in learning English, but in order to win the Grammy, he needs to perfect his English pronunciation.
Они тоже бывают разными.
There are different awards. If Dimash wants to be recognized and popular, then he needs to write and perform trending music. If he wants to be focused on a particular genre, then he has to give up multi-genre. But if he wants a reward for his contribution to the music industry, then he shouldn't listen to anyone and continue making good music all his life.
What they should do is create a whole new category for an artist like Dimash. Of course, there is no other artist like Dimash, but if he excels in every category, why wouldn't they have a category for that?
At the end of the day, the reward will find him.
Когда сама найдет себя.
У Димаша есть очень правильное качество. Он очень настырный.
Dimash has the right qualities of a successful artist. He's very persistent, and he always wants to be number one. I remember meeting him in Astana after 3 to 4 months of competition in China. He told me that he's leaving for a competition, although he doesn't understand what the competition was about. We wished him luck anyways, and he said to me, "You know, Renat, I really want to win at the competitions." He said this after winning the Slaviansky Bazaar competition. It can be seen that Dimash is a man with a purpose. He always wants to win and be the first in everything. People say dreams come true. Dreams do come true only when you really want them to.
And you really work for them. His work ethic is second to no one.
Renat Gaisin perfectly understands what Dimash wants and helps him to execute his plans. Many Kazakh singers dream of working with a composer, but Renat is very selective. He prefers to write songs only for musicians who are actually creative people and not just performers.
Быть музыкантом изнутри, во-первых, дано не каждому.
Not everyone is naturally a musician. Many performers are singers, actors, and people who have a certain profession, but I think the phenomenon of Dimash is very different. From my personal view, I think Dimash can fully relate himself to the music that he performs. From A to Z, he understands what the song would be like, and he can imagine how he should sing this song. He always has...
I haven't seen this one either. This documentary is showing me I have so much more Dimash to cover.
The composition of the music in his head.
Некое построение этой песни.
Dimash's professional ambitions are also shared by many outside of Kazakhstan. Many fans have hopes for a lasting creative collaboration between him and Igor Krutoy. The famous composer does not only write amazing music for Dimash, he also studies the music and gives his recommendations. Igor Krutoy believes that one needs to go out to the world if one desires global fame.
Во-первых, надо там жить. Так не получится.
It's not easy to be a global success. He has to live overseas because living in Kazakhstan and performing in Russia, China, while at the same time getting promoted in America, England, and the West is not going to work. He knows it. He can sign contracts with managers, but no matter how successful these contracts are, it's not the same as signing contracts with Western companies. Dimash and Kanat are very careful when it comes to signing contracts, and that's probably the right thing to do. For me, signing a contract is a normal thing. What's next, after the signing? Is there a guarantee that the project will be successful? There's no guarantee. Also, I believe that Dimash can be the first artist to have a crossover of genres or singing multiple genres at once. But there's a serious competition in the popular music, pop and dance genre. So
Wow.
it'll be...
Wow, that was thunder here. I thought it was thunder. Did y'all hear that? I didn't even know it was raining. That's how oblivious I am to what's outside. And then I thought I heard the thunder coming from in there.
difficult to compete. But then again, he has to try everything. He's only 26.
Okay, I have to go back. I'm sorry, I missed some.
But there's a serious competition in the popular music, pop and dance genre, so it'll be difficult to compete. But then again, he has to try everything. He's only 26.
Там достаточно серьезная конкуренция, и там будет сложнее. Но надо пробовать все, что не
This is the rap part of the song Scream, I bet.
Alexander Reva recommends Dimash to try different things instead of following the traditional trend of sticking to one thing, which in Dimash's case is singing.
Я вижу мюзикл, какой-то мирового уровня мюзикл с композитором мирового уровня.
I see him in a musical, a world-class musical performing with world-class composers. He can reveal his acting skills as well as his vocal and choreographic skills. He can perform in Macau or Las Vegas or anywhere where thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people stand in lines to watch the show performed by a miracle called Dimash.
I can see that too. Ooh, I hope not Las Vegas. Ugh. Broadway. Not Las Vegas.
И наслаждаться вот этим чудом под названием
But the king of Russian show business, Kizri Baitaziev, doesn't agree with Alexander Reva. He has a different vision of Dimash's future.
Мюзикл, я думаю, что для него это очень мелко. Вот. А его вот стезя, это, конечно, большие стадионы.
Dimash may be involved in musicals, but I think it's too small for him. He deserves big stadiums with large numbers of people and grandiose shows. This is his style, and this is where he will feel like himself. Maybe he can also join international operas, but he already conquered the world in such a short period of time. What he needs to do now is to sustain this success and work on going up the next level. He has no boundaries when it comes to creativity. He sings, he raps, and he can perform in various genres. He always dances well and speaks well, so what else does he need?
Он хорошо правильно говорит. Ну, что еще нужно?
The shades of different genres can be heard in Dimash's music, but stage director Anna Oboyanskaya sees the talent of her beloved artist in another perspective.
Есть шутка такая, есть прям вот, я не знаю, кто ее придумал, но она ходит в кулуарах, что даже если Димаш споет телефонный справочник, он тоже будет иметь мировой успех.
There's a joke that everyone's been telling about. If Dimash sings the telephone directory, he will still be a worldwide success.
Yes.
He can easily communicate with the audience and keep them engaged, no matter how huge the audience is. This is a skill that comes naturally. He also has acting skills, which he uses to reincarnate the songs he performs. And he's a good dancer too. You can see Dimash's acting performance in the Aku video clip. The filming took place in Kiev, and the entire filming process took about 6 to 8 hours. This is not that long, as you probably know. And Dimash, as the main character, coped with his task from the first take.
актер, главный герой, справляется со своей задачей с первого дубля.
Everyone believed that Dimash Kudaibergen will succeed in every path that he takes. The belief itself is very inspirational.
Я желаю ему долголетия, творческого долголетия.
I wish him to always be creative and healthy. I hope he will continuously surround himself with people who will always support him, believe in him, love him unconditionally, and become his backbone so that he tries something new in his life.
То, чтобы он открывал себе новую грань.
Эти два фактора, которые очень важны для творческого человека. Здоровье, а самое главное — вдохновение.
Health and inspiration are two things that are very important for a creative person. I know he's the best artist and he will continue to conquer new heights. He has a wish that hasn't been fulfilled, and I believe that his wish will come true very soon. I want him to always be hungry for something so that he will never stop achieving success and remains the best artist that everyone talks about. I hope he will continue to make the whole nation, fans, and world proud of him. It's important that he overcomes challenges and doesn't focus on how difficult some things could be for him, because the best and the strongest person can easily overcome anything.
Мы бы хотели пожелать Димашу жесткой конкуренции.
We wish Dimash to create a tough competition with other artists so that he could set a high level for others to be as good as him.
The Dimash USA Deers have tirelessly worked to promote Dimash, from contacting local radio stations to playing his music for strangers. Our club has a great sense of unity. We meet regularly, either in person or by video chat, so that we can share our Dimash-related stories and experiences with each other. Many of us have traveled across the country or around the world to attend Dimash's concerts, often with Deers that we've met for the first time, but we always leave those experiences as family.
Он уже выходит на любую аудиторию, и он понимает ее и во всем, в каждом его движении, то, что он может эту аудиторию скрутить в бараний рог просто.
He's already exposed to different kinds of audience, and he understands that he can easily get their attention.
You know, I know it's probably not true, but Igor doesn't come across as somebody who is the highest paid musician in the world. He comes across very congenial, approachable. That's how he's coming across in this interview business, and yeah, I can't imagine that's how it really is, because he is such a high-profile person.
He has the voice, the moves, he basically has everything. He's an artist, not just an aspiring 26-year-old man. He has performed at various venues worldwide, and he sang in duet with popular artists. He also knows them personally. He can speak different languages, he has the looks, the appearance, and the love of people from different countries. He also has his family's love and the support of his country. He loves his country very much. He speaks about Kazakhstan in adoration. He performed various songs, including Kazakh songs, and most of his listeners are from Russia. They like and accept his English and Kazakh songs because the music has energy and charisma that the audience loves. Any composer would be happy to work with an artist of this level.
Наверняка любой из композиторов, наверное, был бы счастлив работать с таким спецом такого уровня.
Когда я стану народным артистом... Слушай, ты международный уже, а не народный.
Dimash Kudaibergen has two conflicting personalities. He's very modest, but to those who have never heard of his name, they wouldn't know about his modesty.
What? I've never seen this look on Dimash before. It looks like pajamas.
But to those who have never...
And I've never seen the stage either. So here's something else. Here's another interesting place to look for Dimash.
Never heard of his name, they wouldn't know about his modesty. But at the same time, Dimash is very open about wanting to conquer the world. He wants his music to be heard in all continents, and this dream is quickly becoming a reality, given the rate of growth of the Diaz fan club worldwide. But for the deeply philosophical artist who has big dreams, the number of fans is not a measure of his vanity, but instead it is proof that he is moving in the right direction. World fame is not a determining factor in Dimash's definition of success, for his main goal is inspiration, to inspire those who listen to his voice.
Wonderful. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hear there's 1, 2, I think this is, somebody said this was 4? And that 1 was their favorite. So, interview number 1. So, of the documentary. So, I don't want to go right into it. I want to go back to some music. But would you guys please remind me in a bit? Because, you know, my memory. I'd like to get back to these Dimash show documentaries. Because they're fun, and even though I knew some of the information, it was great to hear people who are around him talk about him. So I hope you liked it. YouTube is telling us that, I keep looking at the weather, it's pretty yucky outside, that 90% of the people who watch our videos are not subscribing, so please subscribe. And if you like this video, please push the like button. If you didn't like this video, please push the dislike button, but let me know underneath, you know, what you had a problem with. So, this is the day before Christmas, and in case I don't get back to Dimash on Christmas Day, I hope you guys all have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, and until next time, smile like you mean it, from the Bushy fam.